like my back didn't hurt enough the way it is. So I got a new project for the channel. It's a 2016 YXZ1000R. Wife said it's a midlife crisis, but I kind of thought that's what that was. Who knows? But no, this thing was, we've got a Pioneer, and it's great for like gardening and that sort of thing, but it's just kind of boring. This thing's pretty fun, so I've already rode it around a little bit here on my property, and yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, it is definitely not a utility four-wheeler. So I've kind of been taking it apart. It had some aftermarket lights on the thing that didn't work, and the wiring was kind of sketchy even by my standards. So I decided to take the lights off, and so I've been in the process of doing that. Had a little trunk thing on the back that I'm not going to use, so I pulled it off, and yeah, apparently it's seen a little bit of somebody's been having fun with it. But other than that, it's pretty cool. It's got a little over 4,000 miles on it. Runs good. I went and checked it out before I bought it. Did like a compression test on it, everything. The engine's real good. It just had a new stator put in it. It's had I think he said it's Wheeler or Weller Racing gear reduction done in the transmission to make it like a little more trail friendly, which is good because I've got a lot of woods that I want to go play in. But you know, it's a touch banged up here and there, but it'll be fun to work on. You know, like I said, I like to tinker with stuff, so I should be able to hurt myself plenty well with this thing. He said it's never been rolled. I looked it over. I don't see anything that makes me think it's been rolled. I think it's been up against something on this side, this bracket, and rear fender were a little bit twisted up. I kind of straightened it out a little bit, but I'm going to take it off and do a better job. Like I said, I've just been trying to get in here at this point to get the rest of this wire removed. I think I'm going to relocate the sound bar to back here. If it'll fit, I'm hoping that those mounts are adjustable so that I can put the sound bar on the back and, you know, do sound bar things. Like, you can hear it. Like, the short time that I rode it, it's pretty loud, so. But yeah, we'll get into that and get started doing some stuff to it. All right, so got in here and got this up enough that I can pull some of this off. I mean, well, there we go. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of aftermarket wiring, accessories, stuff like that I don't know, I don't put on, I guess. I mean, I'm not a great person at wiring, but yeah. So it looks like it needs a pretty good bath. I'm gonna assume that all this stuff's waterproof and probably get to it here real soon. I don't really see you need to go much farther than this. I think I can get everything fairly clean. These things are pretty cool though. It's definitely built a lot different than my Honda is. I went with, oh, there you go. That may be why one side wasn't working. I went with this because the manual transmission, I had a buddy of mine who was like, why don't you get a Polaris? I don't care much for belt drive stuff. I like to shift gears. I mean, manual swap the world if I could, but you know, nobody really does that kind of thing anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll keep going at getting all this wiring cleaned out. It seems like an awful lot of wiring for some switches or for some lights and a sound bar. But, you know, the previous owner didn't really indicate that there was anything else. Well, I guess that's how you turn 2 ground wires into 4, apparently. So yeah, that switch panel is going to go all together. And then this looks like this is that. So So this is what kind of sketched me out the most about it. Is like there's a random relay here with some stuff not plugged in. And like there's a fuse tap back here. And I'm just like, that's not the way I do it. And if I'm gonna do it, like I solder all the connections and heat shrink them and do all that. And I don't know that I necessarily need extra lights on the front of this anyway. I mean, I was kind of driving it around a little bit last night with the just these lights. Heck, that was plenty of light for me. Oh, what's the matter? Oh yeah, you two don't like it, do you? Because you can't keep up with this one. Yeah, slow dogs are slow dogs. So anyway, yeah, I think that's what we'll keep working on, is getting this wiring cleaned up and then get it out, get it washed, clean it up. And then see if I can figure out what else I need to, you know, take apart on a side-by-side that was running just fine when I brought it home. So it drove in. Let's see if it drives out of the garage. All right, so I got it apart. Got it soaking in the suds. Played some musical chairs in the garage to get everything fit in, but yeah, it, I don't know, seems like it's cleaning up all right. What I can tell, kind of hope everything's waterproof. I don't know for sure, I'm guessing. We'll find out. So yeah, we'll get back to it when it's back inside. All right, so it's back in the garage. Pretty cleaned up. It had, up under here, whatever this thing is, was covered in some kind of oil, and I'm not sure where from. And if you look at the plastic, like, there's quite a bit of icky stuff on that I'm gonna try and get cleaned up a little better than just washing. But as I washed it, I didn't really notice anything like too damaging. The radiator looks pretty good. Everything else looks pretty good. Like, I didn't see any cracks anywhere in the frame back here. I was looking to make sure. The guy that I got it off of, I kind of knew, and I kind of knew what he'd done with it, so I knew a little bit of history about it. So I was less concerned. I know the maintenance has been kept on it. I've actually done maintenance on this for him a few times when he couldn't get into the dealer. I did some oil changes and stuff like that on it, so pretty good there. Otherwise, one thing I did notice, I don't know if this is normal, but if you watch, I noticed a little amount of play in the steering wheel. And that's all down here at this steering rack. And I don't know, that seems excessive to me. So you know, guys can tell me one way or another whether that's excessive or not. Let me know in the comments. But otherwise, so I think the first thing I'm gonna have to do is get the steering rack fixed. The brake light does not work, and I want the brake light fixed, so I'll have to figure out what's up with the brake light. And one of the rear brackets, like I said earlier, was pretty beat up, and I've kind of straightened it out a little bit, but I'm gonna work on it some more. And then, yeah, get it back together. So we'll save some of that stuff for another video, actually fixing things. I just kind of wanted to post a quick one about something to do other than work on that truck 24/7. So, yeah, thanks for watching.